The secret to hybrid events: creating a unified vision for in-person and virtual audiences. Scene: host, standing in a modern office or studio setting, looking directly at the camera with high energy. Host: picture this. You're planning a major conference. You've got a stunning venue, world-class speakers, and a buzz that's building across social media. But there's a problem. Half of your target audience can't travel. Maybe it's budget cuts, maybe it's scheduling conflicts, or maybe they're just on the other side of the globe. Do you leave them out, or do you try to juggle two separate events at once? The answer is neither. The answer is the hybrid event. But here's the kicker. Most people are doing it wrong. They treat the virtual side as an afterthought, a grainy webcam stream in the back of the room. Today we are breaking down the unified vision for hybrid events. I'm going to show you exactly how to bridge the gap between your in-person and online audiences to create one seamless, high-impact experience. Let's dive in. To pull off a successful hybrid event, you have to stop thinking about your live audience and your virtual audience as two different groups. You have to start thinking about them as one community experiencing the same story from different seats. According to the experts at Webcast Source, there are 5 core pillars to making this work. Shared content, unique delivery. The first pillar is content. Now, the core message, your keynote, your data, your big reveal, remains the same for everyone. But the delivery has to be optimized for the medium. Think about it. Your in-person attendees are sitting in a dark room with a massive screen and professional sound. Your virtual attendees are likely in a home office, possibly distracted by emails or a barking dog. To bridge this gap, you need high production value for the stream. This means multiple camera angles, professional lighting, and, this is crucial, direct-to-camera addresses from your speakers. When a speaker looks into the lens, they aren't just talking to a webcam, they are talking to 50% of their audience. Interactivity as the glue. The biggest complaint about virtual attendance is feeling like a spectator rather than a participant. To fix this, interactivity must be the glue that holds the two worlds together. Imagine a Q&A session. In a traditional setup, the guy in the front row gets the mic, and the virtual audience just watches. In a unified hybrid event, you use a centralized platform where both groups submit questions. The moderator can pick a question from a guy in Seattle and then one from a woman in the room in New York. When a virtual attendee hears their name spoken by a speaker on stage, they are instantly locked in. They are part of the room. Networking without borders. One of the main reasons people go to events is networking. But how do you introduce someone having a coffee in the lobby to someone sitting in their living room? This is where the right technology comes in. You need digital lounges or AI-driven matchmaking tools that connect people based on interests, regardless of their physical location. Pro tip: set up virtual connection hubs at your physical venue, essentially kiosks or designated areas where in-person attendees can hop on a video chat with virtual peers. It breaks down the us versus them wall immediately. Data-driven insights. One of the secret superpowers of hybrid events is the data. When someone attends in person, you know they showed up. When someone attends virtually, you know exactly what they clicked on, when they tuned out, and what polls they answered. By unifying your registration and engagement platform, you get a 360-degree view of your event's ROI. You can see which topics resonated across both groups and use that data to drive your follow-up marketing. The technology backbone. None of this works without a rock-solid technical foundation. You cannot rely on the hotel's free Wi-Fi for a professional broadcast. You need dedicated bandwidth, a robust streaming platform that can handle thousands of concurrent viewers, and, most importantly, a production team that understands the hybrid flow. You need people who know how to mix the audio so the virtual audience hears the speaker clearly, but also hears the room noise and applause so they feel the atmosphere. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds expensive and complicated. And look, it does require more planning, but the ROI is massive. You're expanding your reach from a few hundred people in a ballroom to potentially thousands worldwide. You're building a global brand. But here's the most important piece of advice I can give you. Do not treat your virtual audience like second-class citizens. If your virtual feed is just a bonus, your engagement will crater. If you treat it as a primary broadcast, think of it like a live TV show with a studio audience. You will win. So, as you plan your next event, ask yourself, is this a siloed experience or a unified vision? If you want to dive deeper into the technical requirements and the strategic planning of these events, I highly recommend checking out the full article from Webcast Source. It goes into the nitty-gritty details that will save you a ton of headaches on event day. I've dropped the link in the description below. Before you go, have you attended a hybrid event lately? What was the one thing that made you feel connected, or the one thing that frustrated you? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. And if you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on event tech and digital strategy. I'm Yor, and I'll see you in the next one, whether it's in person or online. Hybrid events, event planning, event profs, event technology, virtual events, live events, event marketing, webcasting.